Yeah, judging the heats, the northern heat of the national, it was really good, good standard. You could tell these guys when they turned up, they were ready to compete. It was like watching the SCSRI, boom, boom, boom. They had their equipment ready, their ingredients on point. So really good professionalism. I was really impressed by their professionalism and work ethic and how well they'd prepared for this challenge. You know, it's a big challenge. It's probably one of the biggest challenges they'll ever do in their lives, and it's really good to see the way they took it wholeheartedly and give us the best shot, which was great. We're looking for, obviously, 3 fantastic plates of food, which has been said before, but you're also looking for a little bit of innovation and how they've taken the task, which was a vegetarian dish. Again, we featured a vegetarian dish because it works in so many ways. As a nation, we need to get better at catering for vegetarians. As a nation, we need to eat less protein, less meat, and reduce those things. So it was you know, it was a wise choice. The guys can practice. It's not going to cost them too much because it's vegetables. Some are growing their own already. So it was great to see the innovation that some of the guys used on those tasks. What I would say, anybody that doesn't go through this time round, I think you've got to there's something called tenacity, and if you apply that, you're going to be great. We only have to look back at recent history. Luke Selby last year, he won the Nationals, he also won the Young Ones, and he won the Awards of Excellence and different competitions. He pitched himself. Look at Danny, fabulous young man from Northcote, again an understudy of Lisa and Nigel. He did it 3 years in a row to actually win the title, and that's what's great about it. He wasn't, if you can just miss out on something, you don't stop you there, it makes you come back stronger. Not only yourself, but the people around you, your brigade, will all benefit from that experience. So my advice is, keep on trying, keep on doing that. You cannot lose by entering a competition. You evolve your skill and that of your brigade, your knowledge, and you meet so many interesting people. Just if you look at the calibre of judges we have as well, which is fabulous, they're going to interact with those guys, they're going to get feedback on their food from these guys, which is great to see. You know, it's really good. Nobody loses, everybody gains from a competition. It's not just the food we're looking at how that chef interacts with his commis chef. Okay. Has he got his A game on for the judge and he's very polite, and is he being less polite to his commis chef? It's important. Environments, kitchen environments now are really important. This is where we grow people. We take guys who want to enter our industry, and we've got to attract more people to our industry. The only way we can do that is have a better working environment where if somebody makes a mistake, they're nurtured to get it right and get it better next time and shown the proper way in a constructive way. And I think that was really important for us today, to see how well the guys are all interacting with each other together. That was impressive today. I think they all you know, hit big time now, which was nice. I think the sustainability issue is really important, that you would be buying. We're doing a lamb dish, but I want to know where that lamb is from. Is it within their region? If it isn't, why have they chosen that lamb? Is it a sustainable source? We need the guys to be looking at these things, so we set that task so they look into it. That's really important. So you're looking at where that, you know, that breed is. What breed is it? Is it a Highland, Lowland? All of these things. What diet does it eat? What gives it the characteristics of the meat? How am I going to cook it? The other one was that we needed 2 cuts of the lamb today, and also 2 cooking methods as well. So it could be the offal or a braise. So that is the part of it. Knowing where your food comes from is the basis of any great chef. You're going to be, you know, impacting your local community with taking the produce and buying your produce there, rather than shipping things in from all over the place. Particularly important with Brexit on the way, because we will see food inflation in the thing. So if you're not familiar with your own environment, your own community, how are you going to get through this? The only way you can do this is support your local farmers and your local people. And we've got some great produce. Let's look at it, let's put it on the table and treat it with respect. And everybody wins, your community and the chefs. I chose the vegetarian starter again because I think we need to get better at it. I think the attitude sometimes to vegetarians can be, oh, we'll just, what have we got in the fridge, we'll do this. We need dishes now, we need innovative dishes that are going to keep people coming back. And I think that's really an essential need, because if we get better at this, we'll put less protein on the plate. Even if it's a main course dish, the vegetable element has to be more prominent than the meat side of things. We've got to reduce our proteins for many, many reasons. The fish we take from the sea, the livestock, all of those things we've got to consider, and it has to be balanced. That's the main thing. So if we can get young chefs thinking about these things, it's already creating a brighter future. We're making them think about what they're doing and why they're doing it. I think there were some good themes running through, and again, when we talked about less protein, there was 2 or 3 of the guys that had really chosen to cut down the meat and emphasise those vegetables, which was great. So you are getting protein, but the amount of vegetable was equal to, if not more than, the protein itself. There was 1 or 2 that got that balance wrong, and we pointed that out. So they're going to go back and look at what they do, because you can't eat that much meat, that much protein. It's not healthy. We need to get our health and everything in balance. Everything in life is balance, but if you can balance your plates of food, you'll balance your books, and you'll balance your health, and how it all comes into the same thing, into your community and all of those things. So sustainability and health, that's what we need to be looking at, and you could see that on some of the plates today. Some of them got it really spot on, and I mean spot on, with innovation, but also the portion sizing and the protein vegetable balance was superb. I was impressed. I think the biggest challenge facing chefs today is manning their kitchens. We've got to create better environments for young people to come and learn. You get a young school leaver, or somebody straight from college, you've got to graduate that person in. They're not going to be able to do full day shifts like the rest of the team. You've got to bring them in gradually, maybe an 8-hour, 10-hour day. When they're ready for more, then you give them more. You don't insist on more, or grind them down. It's a fabulous industry, and I think we touched on this on the panel today. It's a fabulous industry to be in, but unless we've got a great environment and we're treating each other with a little bit more mutual respect, then we're not going to see people wanting to come into this industry. But if you look at the innovation our youngsters have got, and look at our, on a world stage, how the British restaurant scene has evolved and evolved and evolved. This is great. It's an exciting time, it's a brilliant time, but we've got to make sure that we've got the right environment for the youngsters to train in, and it will go from strength to strength. My advice for anybody that's through to the final is practice your dishes. I think it's bigger pressure in the final. It's on stage. It's a huge industry event. To practice and become confident with what you're doing, and not over practice, but be confident and comfortable with what you're doing. Make sure you've done your research, you backed it up, you've seen the brief, and you're right on the brief, but you've got your character, your style into the food that you're going to produce. Show the judges your style, and impress them. That's the only way to make it at the end of the day. They have to impress with their food. But a great bunch so far.